Hey guys, this is Andrew with MyWatchAddiction.com bringing you another watch review. Today we're going to take a look at an Aragon Divemaster NH36 that I received in that mystery box auction from a few videos back. Before we get started though guys, let's take a look at the watch of the day. The watch of the day today is that Aragon Concept S that I received as a part of Aragon's mystery box. Still really liking this watch. Doesn't get a whole lot of wrist time just because of its size. However, I think it's a really neat design that I just love looking at. So diving into this watch, you can see the Divemaster NH36 comes in the Aragon collector case, which if you're not familiar with it, blue leather on the outside, almost like a blue velvet on the inside. You can see it's got Aragon's logo right there in the case, and then you open up the little compartment here and you have the Aragon warranty card and manual. Let's take a look at this watch. Get the collector's box out of the way, and the first thing you'll notice about this watch is that extremely orange dial and bezel insert. This is a unidirectional bezel. You can see very nice solid separations or clicks to that bezel. And yes, I always put it back at the 12 o'clock position because my OCD drives me nuts and I can't have that bezel at anywhere but the 12 o'clock position. This Aragon Divemaster is powered by the Seiko NH36 day-date movement with 24 jewels. Now I'll talk about that movement here in a few minutes. But the size of this watch, diameter on this watch is 50 millimeters. They do make a 45 millimeter version of this watch as well, but this guy specifically is 50 millimeters, and we're going to be 17 millimeters thick on that. So very typical Aragon sizing, large oversized dial, and thick cases. The bracelet on this watch is going to be 24 millimeters wide, does not taper down at all. Very solid link in this 24 millimeter bracelet. You can see it's got the double fold over locking clasp, and then in the clasp itself right there it has micro adjustments. These are the standard push pins to size this watch. And actually, while we're back here, there's pretty decent look of the open case display back on that NH36 Movement. This watch does have a screw down crown with a water resistance of 200 meters or 660 feet. The weight on this watch is, just like many of the other Aragons, extremely hefty. This guy weighs in at about 9 ounces, give or take. Now, as I mentioned, this is powered by the Seiko NH36 Movement that is 21,600 vibrations per hour and boasts a accuracy of -20 seconds to +40 seconds per day. Now, one of my fellow YouTubers and a friend of mine watching over at his channel has this exact same watch and actually did a comparison of the Divemaster NH35 to the Divemaster NH36, which this guy is. And I'll post up a link in the comments section below. Definitely go check out that video because it gives you a nice summary and comparison of the differences between the Divemaster NH35 and the NH36. He goes into a lot more detail about the differences between the two, and it's really interesting video. So I definitely urge you guys to check that one out. So if we want to talk about the price of this Aragon Divemaster NH36, I actually personally do not have any money into this watch. I received this watch in that $200 mystery box that I received that I went through with you guys a few videos back. So personally, I don't have any money into this watch. However, Aragon selling direct is selling for a price right around the $130 range. But you can actually pick up these watches relatively cheap if you jump over to Amazon. Currently, Amazon has a green NH36a 50 millimeter for $23. It's got about 5 days left in the bidding right now. But they have, you know, in the $100 price range, $80 price range. If we take a look at some of the sold listings of these Divemasters, we have, you know, people with best offers accepted around 104. Here's an auction that went for $83 on the 45 millimeter. Another 104, $81 on this guy. Here's one that went with out of box for $65. So my point in all of this is that you can get some really good pricing on this watch, on this Divemaster NH36. In general, I would say this is an extremely solid watch. If you've held you know, some higher end models in your hands or higher end watch brands in your hands, and then compare just the fit and finish to these Aragon watches, the metal quality that they use, the weight, the size, these guys are on point. For under $100 for an automatic with that Seiko movement in it, I think you can't go wrong on this watch. All right, guys, so that was the Aragon Divemaster NH36. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Aragon watches, and what I'm even more of a huge fan of is getting one for free. So, as I mentioned, I don't feel like I have any money into this watch, so that just makes it all that much better. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in my collection though, because that orange is just not really a color that I am typically a fan of. However, I have seen pictures of Watchens orange Divemaster NH36 in the sunlight, and that orange really does pop. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to play around with it and see, but definitely post up in the comments below and let me know what you guys think of this orange Divemaster NH36, if it's something that you guys will keep in your collection or if it's something that you guys would trade on. Anyway, guys, if you could do me a favor, if you enjoy my content, enjoy my videos, go ahead and smash that subscribe button in the right-hand corner of the screen so you can follow us in the future. Also, guys, as always, if you ever want to reach out to me, you can do so at mywatchaddiction.com. And if you guys want to see what's on my wrist on a daily basis, follow us on Instagram at Instagram/watchaddiction.us. Thank you, guys, and have a great week.